Hello everybody, my name is Gambit and welcome to Infamous Synergy. We all know a while ago Behavior announced they are going to be doing a Five Nights at Freddy's chapter coming to Dead by Daylight. And I hate to say it, but I am just as excited as I am scared. So I wanted to take some time to talk about both my hopes and concerns for the upcoming DLC, so please enjoy the homemade add-on and power icons playing in the background of this video. I did do them myself just to prove how obsessed I pretty much am with the idea of this release. I'm going to start off by saying this is absolutely my dream chapter. I have wanted this collab for years and years at this point. So I'm the happiest person to know it is officially happening. It's coming, it is going to be soon. Not soon enough for me because I am on the edge of my seat here, but I am very excited to say the least. Unfortunately for Behavior, I think that Dead by Daylight is such a game that people just love to really hate, and sometimes the hate is kind of valid. But my biggest concern with all chapters, and especially with this upcoming release, is faithfulness to the source material. I'm telling you right now, if I see Springtrap come into this game with a fire axe, I am going to crash out. Faithfulness is something that Behavior sometimes does an amazing job at, and sometimes not so much. I know there was a lot of praise for the Alien chapter for example, but for me it really just didn't hit home. I was really looking forward to another stealth-based killer, and I've been hoping for the Xenomorph to come into the game for a long time, but that's not exactly what we got. When it comes to Springtrap, I really want to see a camera system traveling through vents, phantom animatronics, or even putting survivors in a spring-lock suit. What I don't want to see is a highly mobile chase-oriented killer because that's just not how the killer is. If you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, we all know that Springtrap was officially introduced in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So let me paint you a picture of what I would like to see when it comes to William Afton in the fog. I cannot stress enough that this killer needs a camera system. Almost every original Fnaf game, or a majority of them, have something very close to the very well-known camera system. We even get to see Afton's setup in the sister location games during the bonus nights. I could definitely imagine Springtrap using the cameras to mark survivors, giving them some sort of debuff, which we will definitely talk more about later. Later happens to be now, because I would love to see the phantom animatronics come in from Fnaf 3. Hear me out, I promise this is a really cool idea. I see a lot of people talking about bringing the original animatronics into Springtrap's kit, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. Yes, they are very well known, but in my opinion, it would not be faithful whatsoever. The souls that possess the original animatronics really aren't inherently bad, so why they would be going after random survivors really never made sense to me. The only reason you're attacked in the games is because you're wearing a security guard's outfit, which is exactly why I would love to see them represented by the phantom animatronics instead. I imagine it working like this. When Springtrap marks a survivor through a camera, they experience a jump scare from one of the phantom animatronics. Phantom Foxy hinders the movement speed of the survivor. Phantom Freddy dims the map around the survivor almost like they are center stage. And lastly, the Phantom Puppet meets all generator skill checks, instead replacing them with the puppet's music box theme. This would give Springtrap some interesting micromanagement and information to kind of work around with. The next ability I really think he should have is the vent system. I know he's really beginning to sound like one of those 10 ability in one sort of killers, but once again I am really trying to stay as faithful as possible. I would kind of picture this power working similar to Xenomorph and Demogorgon as a mix of both. I think there could be vents pre-placed around the map just like Xenomorph has, but I think he could travel through them kind of like the Demogorgon does. But I think once Springtrap reaches the end of the vent, he would have two options. One option is he can leap out of the vent to attack a close by survivor doing one health state accompanied by the Fnaf 3 jump scare sound. The other option would be simply crawling out of the vent and resuming the game as normal. I really don't think Springtrap should be able to teleport from any point in the map. He is technically human at the end of the day and isn't inherently supernatural, except for when he always comes back. Seriously, I do not know how this man has not died yet. And my last power idea for this killer is for the ability to throw survivors into a spring-lock suit that spawns around the map. I could picture one Golden Freddy suit spawning around the map at random. When a survivor is placed in the Golden Freddy suit, they have to face some difficult skill checks similar to the Springtrap minigame we play in Sister Location. The suit would traditionally act as another type of hook, similar to Pyramid Head's cages, except you only get one of them. That is pretty much everything for the attraction and his power. Now that we've touched on most of my really wanted features for Springtrap, there are a couple of things I would really like to avoid. Like I said previously, I do not want Springtrap to have a weapon in this game, not a fire axe or a knife or anything like that. He's never seen in the mainline games holding one, so why should he here? I think the animatronic hand would do just fine. I also talked about the original animatronics making an appearance, and that is something else I would really like to avoid. I would really like to see them brought to life in the add-ons, being mentioned there, like Foxy's mask or Bonnie's guitar, things like that would be really cool to see. But when it comes to the killer's power, I do not think they belong there. I can't see Behavior doing this, but I really hope they don't choose the Matthew Lillard version from the Fnaf movie as the base skin. The default skin we have should definitely be the original from the games, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing a movie counterpart. My last don't would definitely be avoiding giving him really supernatural powers. Yeah, I know, I did mention the Phantom animatronics, but at the end of the day, those are pretty much just hallucinations. William Afton is an inventor at heart. He uses technology and mechanics to achieve his goals. He is not some supernatural force with abilities like Freddy Krueger, for instance. But at the end of the day, no matter how Springtrap comes to the game, I really just hope they do the character justice. Overall, I am super excited for this chapter and can't wait to see what Behavior has to offer for such a huge license. If you like this video, please take a second to like down below, and subscribing is always greatly appreciated. But for now, I will see you in the next one.